Welcome to the channel, and you join me on this 26th of December, which is Boxing Day here, and it's rather gloomy and not very nice. So today is the day I start my onion seeds off. So we've got some finely sieved cutting compost, seed compost. It's a quarter cell seed trays. I'm going to be germinating these. You can do these on a windowsill in the house. I've got a little Super 7 from Garland window propagator, so I'll be putting them on there until they germinate, until I see any shooting, and then I'm going to be transferring them into the greenhouse, and when they reach the crook stage, then we'll be potting them on. So let's have a little look what we got. Put some of this in first. So, where is my stampers? Cannot find. Let's use another tray. And a solid one. Not too firm. What we're going to do there is we're going to sow some red onions, and these are a variety called Redlander F1. These are from DT Brown. I get most of my seeds from DT Brown. Never had a problem with them. They've always been reliable. So probably going to sow, I made in a pack. There's 150 seeds here, so we're probably going to generally about 40 or 50 across there. And then they can be pricked out and going on. So we'll just do that in a second. Put some vermiculite. I like to cover them with vermiculite. Just a little dusting over the top, just to seal them in. Nice and happy. And I've got, this is not hot, not cold, but it's just taking the temperature off it water. I'll just moisten the vermiculite down. And plenty of projects ongoing at the allotment. Plenty of things to be doing this year. Get that a nice little water in. Lovely. Pop a lid on it with the vents open. Once I've done the seed label, that is. And they are onion Midland. And today is the 26th of the 12th, 24. I like to just pop that in there, and then onto the windowsill propagator. Just a little bit of bottom heat. Next up, we're going to do just some Red Baron. These are going to be bit of an experiment because the date has gone on them. These were free with a magazine, Kitchen Garden magazine, so I forgot about them last year. So we are just going to put the whole packet on this. And what I'll do, I don't want that many. When they come up, if there's too many, I'll pick out the best and donate the rest. Now, I'm going to have another dusting of vermiculite. I've sieved this compost before sowing in it because you get all this sort of nasties, well not nasties, it's just stuff that hasn't broken down yet. But that won't go to waste. That will get put into my potato buckets later on this year when they go out. Let's just give that a water. I love these bottle top waters, they're so handy. The compost is also moist as well. I try, where I am in my little shed here, I've got a little radiator, so I try and keep that, the compost relatively close to it to take the chill off the bag, so that it just gives things a helping hand this early in the season. There we are. There's that one. And we do love a red onion in this house. And next up is my favourite, and that is Bedfordshire Champion. These are real nice onions. I get these again from DT Brown. I think the only thing I don't buy from DT Brown seed-wise is my seed potatoes and peas and onion sets, because I do grow onion sets as well, because we do eat a lot of onions. Would help if I put the seeds in, wouldn't it? Mistake. We do eat a lot of onions, like I say, and I like to get my seed potatoes from a local garden centre to us. Well, I say local, I'm in Swansea in South Wales, and there's one in a neighbouring county, so we pop over there. There's a couple actually. There's one, a real good one, Tom's Nursery, and the other one is Zoa's Garden Centre. They're both really good for seed potatoes. Again, we're just going to liberally spread them over. Now we'll put the vermiculite on. Oh, I'm not going to mess up again. A bit of water to settle them in. Pop in there another label. in. If anybody else is watching us growing onions from seed, leave a comment on how you do it or when you do it. This is the way I like to do them, which is Boxing Day. Whilst I'll use that. My tamper. But I'm going to keep those because I'm going to sow another set of those a little bit later on. But I have got some Vegetable Champions I've had again off a magazine, which the date is out this month. I think they'll be alright. But I'm going to use them up. And like I say, if I don't use them, I won't throw them away. They'll be donated to somebody else on the allotment site that hasn't grown any or hasn't had time to grow any. And that's what we do with them. I might just do the rest. And then they're done. I hope everybody's had a lovely Christmas. I know I have. I've been spoilt as usual. It's nice to come up the shed on Boxing Day. Escape the turkey for a bit. Seeds on it, so I know what they are. I know what they are sown on. I still keep a record. I do keep a diary of everything I sow, sowed it, harvest it, sowed it, transplant it, sow outdoor dates, anything that involves sowing, from sowing to transplanting to outdoors and harvest. I do keep a date for a comparison, because our weather here in the UK is so sporadic. It's sometimes things take longer than they did the year before. We have a lot of failures due to wet weather. But that is the onion sowing for this year. Later on in the year, I will be sowing, once things warm up, I will be sowing my spring onions, which I sow into tanks, which are higher up off the ground. They now we'll wait till they show. We'll leave them, and once they start to come up, I'll take them off the heat. I'll transport them into the greenhouse, and then from the greenhouse, then once they get up and they go to the crook stage, you call it, which the top bends over at 90 degrees, I'll pick them out and I'll put them into, I like to use these, I buy these every year, they're relatively cheap, 24 cell insert trays. I'll transplant them into these, I'll prick them out, put them into these, grow them on. Until the weather's warm enough. If the weather still isn't warm enough, or the ground hasn't warmed up enough, I'll transplant them then into 3-inch pots, which they'll grow on until I put them out in the ground at the allotment. The beds have already been manured. I had a deal on a lot of compost, so I've filled all my beds with compost. Everything's been churned and rotavated and fed. The beds are ready to go. So we're hoping that this year is going to be a really good year. Like I say, let me know what you're growing, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.